If you've been injured in an accident, you may have heard somebody talk to you about damages. In the legal term, damages are your injuries. We use these terms interchangeable. And to make it one step even further, lawyers like to use a fancy term called specials in order to understand what your damages are. My name is Julie Siegel. I'm the founding member of Siegel Injury Law, where we help people that have been injured in accidents navigate the maze of their personal injury case to alleviate their stress, worries, and fears. If you've been injured and are confused about damages, injuries, or something that somebody might have told you was specials, this video will help you understand the difference. The first type of damage that we're going to talk about today is something that you will be very familiar with. That is your physical injury, your physical damage. When you're going to your doctor's appointments, you're having therapy, you're having injections, you might even have surgery, you know that you have a damage and that you're injured, but you may not understand how that relates to your case. What we're looking for is the cost of your treatment, your medical bill. This is an out-of-pocket expense, and we refer to it as an economic damage. This will also include your lost wages, property damage, and any money that you've had to spend on your own case. The second type of injury or damage that we look at on your case is what we call a non-economic damage. These are things that are very hard to quantify because you didn't pay a dollar amount for them. These are things that we call pain and suffering, loss of activity, your inability to perform daily activities or daily chores. Think of it this way. If you are a very avid marathon runner and you ran 2 marathons a year, but now you can't because of this car crash, that's a non-economic cost. It's something we can't put a dollar on, but it's very important to your case. The third type of damage or injury that we're going to look at is what's called a consequential damage. This is a damage that doesn't fit into the other two categories, and it's sort of like a catch-all. It's something that you didn't pay out of pocket, and it doesn't affect your body and your pain and suffering, but it's something that happened as a consequence of the crash. This would be something like a vacation that was scheduled 2 weeks after the crash, but you had to cancel it because you were in the hospital. While you may be out of pocket, it is not an economic damage because it's not something you paid for due to the crash. It's something that occurred as a consequence of being in the crash. Equally as important as the other two categories, and something that will be considered in your case. When we're ready to send your case to the insurance company for either settlement or trial purposes, we'll look at all three of these categories and set them out specifically in what's known as a demand package. That's just a letter with copies of any documentation that goes to the insurance company for consideration on your case. We look at all of these and include them for you. So if you're confused about damages, injuries, specials, as a lawyer would say, give us a call. We can help you sort through this, get all of these different categories included in your case, and get your case ready for settlement or trial.